Hey guys, it's your boy Twizzy back at it again today in Highway Simulator, or Highway Police Simulator. We left it here last time, so we're gonna go and find that jewelry shop. Apparently that's what it wants us to do. Right, we can go like this, or be detectives. You know what? Let's be detectives today. Let's act like detectives. Fish on a hook. Then we have connections here. This map is very giant. It's like, it looks small, but it is pretty giant. We might just go to here to the fish. Alright, so the top speed is different for this car now. Alright, let's talk to these people. And we're gonna search the area. Actually, let's search this area for some clues. You know what? Maybe we should just talk to these guys first and then search.
Good morning. We received a call from around here about the sighting of a criminal. Was it you who called?
And who might you be? We didn't call nobody, especially not some officer friendly in a cheap costume.
My name is Officer Marshall.
I'm not some officer friendly. I'm Officer Marshall from Komodo PD, and I expect you to answer my question.
Well, this is our territory, and we expect you, officer, to leave now.
There's no one here. We haven't called, and you needn't come back. Got it?
We get it. No need to kick us out. Thanks for your statement.
Well, that was a waste of time.
It was a long shot, but we did the right thing.
Agreed. We can't just ignore leads, no matter how small.
See? I would have been surprised if we'd found anybody, though. It's really dead boring here.
Then let's head back and continue our investigations. I'm sure the next clue is just around the corner.
Talking about the next clue, don't you think that something was way off with Harris this morning, too?
Now that you mention it, he was quite nervous, wasn't he?
Agreed. I might ask him about it when we're back. Strange that he's the one who told us about this caller.
Right. He's not on dispatch. He's not even on our shift or our case. Let's head back and find out more.
Alright, let's get off this property before they say, oh, we're gonna shoot you because you're on our property. So.
Do you ever think about what Kaminora was like in the past?
Getting a bit nostalgic there, Nat?
No. I mean, maybe. Just when you imagine...
Dispatch to 1 Tango 10. Do you read me?
Loud and clear. What's the matter?
There's been another sighting of Travis Cole. I'll send you the exact coordinates of the caller. Please investigate.
Understood. We'll head there right away and notify you of our findings. Over.
Was that Harris on dispatch? What's he doing there? This can't be a real call.
This is getting super weird. We should check it out, though. Just be prepared for anything.
I wonder what we'll find here.
Be careful. We might be running into a trap. Who knows what's going on in the background?
Whatever it is, we'll find out soon enough.
What does it say? Is this something we can go off of?
Whoever wrote this seems to know who we are. It's a request to look at an old case.
They know who the... Oh my. This is getting scary.
I wonder if that old case has something to do with Cole and his gang. Why else would we be asked to check it?
What are we waiting for then? I want to find whoever wrote this ASAP.
Alright, let's go to the station. Alright, here's the jewelry store.
Officers, welcome to my fine store. How can I help you today?
Hello, Miss...
Aya. You can just call me Aya. It's better to be on a personal level with customers.
Unfortunately, we aren't here as customers. We have a few questions.
Oh, of course. What do you want to know?
We'd like to talk about the incident from 2 months ago.
Oh, the incident. Yes. Yes, of course.
Thank you, Aya, for talking to us. I understand this might be hard, so take your time to answer our question.
Thank you, officer. I'll try my best.
Can you tell us what happened during the heist?
I was closing the store. As usual, I went to the back to lock the doors and check the safe. Then there was a lot of noise. A gunshot, glass shattering, and the alarm going off. Then suddenly a group of people burst into the store. I stayed hidden back here out of fear.
That shot must be where the bullet casing that was found came from.
Is there any camera footage we can take a look at?
No, the camera got damaged. The officer back then said that the robbers shot at it from outside the store.
What about the thieves? Can you give us any information about them?
I'm sorry, but I didn't see them.
I understand. Did they perhaps say anything that you were able to understand?
They were talking as if they were part of a bigger gang. Saying stuff like, the boss won't be happy when he hears about the shot, and something about new gems for the dragon.
The dragon? Someone has quite the ego there.
Unfortunately, that's all I know. I hope I was of help.
Yes, thank you, Aya. I'm sure your information will be of value.
I'm glad to hear that.
Not as much information as I'd hoped to get, but it's something, at least, I guess.
We have to start somewhere. At least we know that the person this gang is working for is someone called Dragon.
Fair enough. What's up next, then?
Our next stop is the local bank.
Need to withdraw some money for your next night out?
Your jokes today are...
Damn, Marsh. Alright, so we got out of the car, they talked for a little bit. Oh, come back when we're wearing uniform clothes. Okay. Alright, so we'll come back to this area. Let's see if we can get an accident or something.
That, ma'am, is a wall, not a parking lot.
I definitely did not damage our car. I definitely did. Alright, let's see what happens here.
Is something wrong?
My car is doing all kinds of weird things. There's some bigger malfunction for sure.
Maybe I can help a little.
Thanks. That's kind of you.
I need to see your documents.
Okay, here they are.
She's got no driver's license, no vehicle registration, just vehicle insurance. Alright.
Firefighter arson. Nothing too unusual. Seems like an open and shut case if you ask me.
And yet we were pointed to it. What if there's more about it? Something that was overlooked?
Or whoever wrote the note is a psycho trying to waste our time and stop us from catching cold.
Either way, I want to at least check in with Yusuf and look at the old evidence.
You're not one to back down, are you? Very well. Let's pay him a visit.
What brings you here, officers?
We'd like to take a look at evidence from an old case. Where's the file?
Wow. That is an old case. Where'd you come up with that? It was solved ages ago.
It just popped up during our current investigation. Can we see the evidence now?
Of course. Wait here. I'll get it out for you.
I don't know what he's doing here, but he's just been standing out here for ages. Like I said, this game is still a little bit buggy, but it's not as bad as some other videos that came out with it. This game was buggy. You know, now it's like, happy to get a bug here and there.
What do we have here? The case folder. Long story short, the firefighter committed arson, or so it says here. What do we have here? This can was found at the scene, just like some gas canisters. That's a good fire starter for sure. What do we have here? It was suggested that this rug was the place where the fire started. No wonder if it was doused in gasoline. What do we have here? Were the leaves piled up to help the fire spread, or... What do we have here? The lock on the door was broken. Looks like someone forced their way in. What do we have here? Quite a few of these butts were found at the scene. One could have ignited the fire, but the evidence is ultimately inconclusive. What do we have here? This bag holds scraps of burned wood, fabric, and other small pieces from the crime scene. What do we have here? The notes were taken by the officers back then. They came to a conclusion real quick, it seems.
Okay then, great detective. Tell me what you think about the evidence.
Sounds a bit like a conspiracy, but I think the homeowner might have done it themselves. The gasoline was bought by them. They just borrowed the cigarette, and they could have lied about the piles of leaves.
If that's your theory, what do you want to do next? How are you going to prove?
I'd like to talk to the chief first, and maybe a look at the old crime scene will help clear this up.
As you wish. But next week, I get to pick something extra.
Okay. Well, let's go talk to the chief about this. I don't think he'll be happy about it, but...
Where do you think you're going?
We want to talk to the chief. It's about our case. Is that prohibited now?
The Travis Cole case you should be working on? Or the old arson case?
Oh, you know. But that's connected to our current case, Major.
Just don't waste your time. Remember, I'm the one who has to explain it, but I'm also your superior.
Understood. Do you still want to go ahead with this?
Well, let's stick to the plan. If my gut feeling's right, we'll uncover something bigger. And the chief might help us. Mike will be praising us again soon enough. You'll see now. Chief, may I have a minute of your time? Do you know any more details about case 08-28703?
That's an old case, officer. It's been a while. Let me think. We received sponsored equipment to solve this case adequately. Quite the upgrade for our station. The sponsor was Aiden Fletcher, a former mayoral candidate. He didn't get the position, but he's still well off, I think.
That's where we got that from. Interesting. Thanks a lot, Chief. That'll help us in our case.
Hey! We have upgraded to become Sergeant! Look at that. We are Sergeant now. Sergeant Marsh. Oh, that's awesome.
Hello, officers. How can I help you today?
Hello. We have some investigative questions about the robbery that took place here recently.
Of course. I'll inform Mr. Philippe Bernardes, an accountant who was present that day. He'll be with you right away.
Thank you very much.
Alright, there's the accountant.
Hello, Mr. Bernandez?
Yes, of course. That's definitely possible.
Mr. Bernardes, we need to...
1 second, please. Officers, welcome. I'll be with you in a second. I apologize for the disturbance, Mr. Mayor. We can, of course, transfer your money between accounts.
Oh, Mr. Bernandez.
No, everything's all right.
Mr. Bernardes, I'm sure the mayor understands that we need you to answer some questions right now. We're making his city safer, after all. And every lead for our investigation would be very helpful.
Oh, yes, officer, I'm sorry. I wasn't aware of the urgency. Sir, I'll have to call you back in a moment. How can I help you?
We are investigating the heist that took place here recently. We hope to obtain information for another case. Can you tell us what exactly happened?
Sure. Of course. It was the end of the day, I think. Or it was early. Dark outside anyway. We were busy counting bills. I was behind one of the counters, in the entrance area. When a cloaked person laid a pistol down on the counter. A pistol, just like that. There were 5 of them, I think, all cloaked, or at least dressed in black. I'm just not sure. That guy then ordered me to give them all the money. I pressed the emergency button as fast as I could. But then I gave him the money regardless. Until I heard sirens. I was just so afraid they might shoot me. I didn't have a choice. That's when they left.
2 armed robberies in the same city is no coincidence. This could be the same group of people from the jewelry store.
Maybe, but that's not enough evidence. Did the robbers say anything remarkable?
Nothing special. Like in the movies. Put the money in the bag and talk like that. Though, now that I think of it, one fired a shot and another mumbled something along the lines of, "Komodo will rip your head off if you go around shooting again."
Is there anything else you can recall?
Sadly not, officer. If I knew anything else, it'll be in the statement I gave to the police at the time.
Thank you for your time, Mr. Bernardes. We'll leave you to your work now.
Yes, I'm glad I was of help. Good luck, officers.
Not as much info as we were hoping to get, but we can work with that. What's the next step?
The station house.
The station house? Why would we go there without any clear information?
Good thing we have evidence that the cases are linked.
How so? There were 2 heists, both committed by a gang, but I don't see the connection yet.
Think again. We were working for the same guy. Komodo, the dragon. Does that ring a bell?
Oh, Komodo dragon, like the animal.
Ding, ding, ding. 10 points for the contestant. Maybe you should focus more on what people are saying and less on your next joke.
I was holding back today.
The day isn't over yet.
Oh, okay.
This must be the place. It really has just been left as it was.
then we might actually be able to find something. Let's look around.
Investigate the area. Aiden Fletcher, that's what it says.
I think that's all we need to see here. Did that help you figure anything out? What do you think? So Fletcher was in on it? Used the opportunity and covered his ass by sponsoring equipment?
Wouldn't it fit? He lets Xavier Ellis burn down his house, secretly collects the documents, and reports them as lost.
And that would be insurance fraud. I think we should pay him a visit to talk about this.
So this is what the house of a mayoral candidate looks like. Seems we're in the wrong profession.
And commit insurance fraud? No thanks, officer. Let's go in now.
Mr. Fletcher, we have come here to discuss the arson case that destroyed a house you owned near Summerside.
Oh, yes, I remember. It was small, yet I miss it dearly. A shame it burned down.
The blame was put on a firefighter, but now we have reason to believe that a second party was involved.
What do you mean by that? That Ellis guy wasn't working alone.
I'm sorry, sir, but we have grounds to assume that you were part of an insurance fraud scheme.
What are you talking about? Insurance fraud? Do you have any evidence for your wild accusations?
We only found out the house belonged to you via the metal plate on the building. It was never noted in the files.
Exactly. Raises the question of whether you properly mentioned that to the officers and the insurance company.
But I might have just forgotten about that. It was a big fuss, you know.
The cigarette butt that caused the fire. You might not smoke, but you could have borrowed it.
Or I didn't, and it really was the firefighter. Is that assumption your whole argument?
That really isn't strong evidence for our case.
Hidden underneath some floorboards, we found an empty fireproof safe. What was in there?
The safe? What safe? Oh, that's, yeah, no, that was empty the entire time, and I didn't even know,
Sir, your reaction is very telling.
Let's keep this short. Mr. Fletcher, you are under arrest on suspicion of insurance fraud.
This is an atrocity. I was promised immunity for all the good I've done.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law.
I don't know that we're just lighting in this stuff. Alright, well.
Officer Cordero, Officer Marshall. I see you're back from your investigation. What did you find out?
After looking into a few old heists, we found connections between the perpetrators. With the help of witnesses and my partner's brains, we figured out they're working for a guy called Komodo.
A name? That's interesting. And way more than I expected from a few bullet casings. Good job, officers. And especially you, Officer Cordero.
Thank you, Chief.
Your next step is to obtain information about Komodo. If they're part of this, Make them face the law.
Yes, sir.
Alright, we're gonna write our report. Which I think will be on the other side. Yeah, right here. Oh, who's this guy?
Hey, Marsh. Got a second? I think I might have some interesting information.
Let me write that report very quickly.
All right. What's up, Ramesh?
I must admit, I might have been listening to your talk with the chief.
Spying on us? That's not very nice of you.
No, I mean, okay, yes, I might have heard some stuff and got interested, and that's besides the point. Anyway, you were talking about a Komodo, right?
Not really a Komodo like the animal, but rather a criminal gangster boss who goes by that name.
Yeah, I also got that part. But listen, I know a guy from Indonesia who loves exotic animals. He's got a boa constrictor and a cute little chameleon and...
Okay, he loves reptiles. Now the important part, please.
Sorry, that guy even owns a Komodo dragon. Super rare pet. I think your gangster guy might also have or want one. Like, come on! That guy's probably rich as hell, and why name yourself Komodo if you don't want one? I could just, you know, ask him where he bought it from and maybe get you a contact.
Look, I'm sorry to interrupt here. It's been a long day without a break. Please ask your friend about his pet and report to us later, okay?
Will do.
Oh, look at that. Another note.
Someone probably just left it here. What does it say?
It can't be from another officer. It's directed at us.
Another of those weird notes. We're not done yet. I bet Harris put it here.
You think this is all on him?
No, I feel he's more like a minion in this game. Should we accept the invitation?
Definitely. We need to figure out who this is and what this is all about.
Apparently there's 9.
Remember you wanted to tell me more about the confrontation you had with the park ranger?
Ah, yes. My boyfriend and I went on a hike with our dog through the park one day, as we often do. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the park ranger's standing on the path in front of us. Not moving, just staring at us. We give him a friendly greeting, but he doesn't say a word. Just continues staring. We stop and my dog starts to bark at the ranger. Probably because he's noticed and feeling unsure. After seconds of silence, interrupted only by the barking of my dog, the ranger starts to mumble.
I don't think this is a
I hear him say, my boyfriend and I look at each other, trying to figure out if one of us can understand what the ranger's saying. But suddenly he rushes at us, yelling, "No dogs! No dogs! No dogs dogs allowed in this area. He's waving his hands, gesturing that we should go back to where we came from. And then I start arguing with him because there are no signs anywhere saying that you can't take a dog there. The park even says on its website it's a nice place to take a dog for a walk.
Okay. That ranger seems like a lot more than me. What happened next?
Then my boyfriend pulls me away and we leave. That's not the end of the story. Back at the entrance, I go to the information stand and ask why dogs aren't allowed in that area. The woman just looks confused and tells us there's no area in the park where dogs aren't allowed. And when I describe the ranger, she tells me she's never seen anyone like that working there.
Ooh, wait. Are you telling me?
Yep, just some weird guy dressed up as a ranger, telling people not to go in that area of the park. Maybe he wants it all to himself.
Kaminora really does attract some strange people.
Oh, jeez. Okay, we got all of them. Thank God. But that was quite an ordeal.
Is everything all right over here?
Officer Johnson got hit. Only a graze, though. He'll be fine.
Fingers crossed on that one. How many gangsters are going to the station house with us?
The mission was a full-on success. We're pretty sure we got every single one of them. They're being taken to the station house.
Impressive. I'm sure we'll get something out of them.
Alright, so we can finally talk to Robert.
Hey, are you still there?
Damn you.
Where is Komodo? Where is his hideout?
Marsh, we won't get anything. He's gone.
Damn!
At least we know they are connected to the other cases. They knew Komodo.
Guys, I have some super important information for you.
Alright, what's up?
I talked to my contact, and he told me about his cellar.
You got any names for us?
Nope. The cellar wants to stay hidden. Understandably.
What did you find out then?
The seller was recently contacted with a suspicious offer. A person from the southwest United States asked to buy a Komodo dragon, and they wanted to pay in gems instead of making bank transactions.
Oh, I didn't think there would be anything to it. Sorry for doubting your approach, Ramesh.
I'm just happy to be of help. Plus, I can brag about it later.
Fair enough. I won't deny you that one. Now, did the person actually buy the Komodo?
I don't think so. They,
Great news. That means you can purchase the little one for yourself.
I think I'll pass. But that means someone's still looking for a little lizard friend.
And maybe that someone has dabbled in illegal animal trades before. Let's check our database and see if there's anyone like that in the area.
Oh, okay. Look into police databases for animal trading.
It appears there have been quite some incidents regarding the illegal trade of exotic animals. Who would have thought?
So, it's highly likely that our guy's involved as well.
No guarantee, but I think it's good enough to talk to the chief. Let's make a plan.
Yes, yes we should.
Ah, Ramesh, you're already here. Chief, we got information on another henchman.
That sounds promising. What did you find out?
There's a buyer in the Kaminora area who's looking to buy an exotic animal. A Komodo dragon, to be exact. And that could be our gangster boss.
And where did you get that information from?
Ah, yes. About that, let's just say I know someone.
We narrowed down the potential location of the buyer. They must be from around here.
That's more than just a coincidence.
However, the purchase didn't go ahead. So why don't we lure Komodo out by bringing his precious animal to him?
You need to elaborate on that one.
We make up an animal delivery to the local zoo, including a Komodo dragon. We spread the info,
And maybe our bad guy will take the bait and try to obtain the creature by force. Quite the gamble, but I'll allow it. I'll have the ambush prepared and inform the undercover officers.
Thank you, sir.
Spread the plan.
The chief agreed to an ambush for our current case, but we need more officers in plain clothes. Please spread the word. Hey, we have a bigger operation and need a lot of help. Please dress up in plain clothes and spread the word. We need more plainclothes officers for an undercover mission. Can you come? And please, spread the word.
Alright, we're gonna do this last mission, and that would be it.
Dispatch to 1 Tango 10, the fake delivery truck is headed to the local zoo. Get to your position.
Copy, dispatch.
Hurry up! We can't be late!
Oh wow, we gotta drive all the way out there? Jeez. Alright.
Just in time. Seems our gangsters took the bait. Let's make sure they don't see it.
Officer Marshall, good job on the ambush.
Thank you. How's the situation?
A lot of arrests, no casualties. I'd say the plan was a full-on success.
Sounds promising. Let's see if Komodo was among them.
All right, you can take one of them back. We'll be right behind you with the rest.
Mr. Maynard, my name is Officer Marshall, and this is Officer Cordero. We have a few questions for you.
Oh, is that so? Listen up, Marshall. Can't give you anything.
Anyways, guys, I'm gonna end the video here. The game is glitched out. I can't move anything. I'll see you guys in the next video. Twizzy out. Peace.